How's it going, guys? So on today's episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Tough Stuff rooftop tent and this Overland 270 winged awning, and I'm going to go ahead and mount it up on top of my truck here. It's going to be tough. I got some ideas. Let's check out what we're going to do. So as you can see, we got the rooftop tent. Basically, it's got the ladder up top. It's going to flop down to one side. I'm going to have the ladder on the opposite side, and I think the awning comes out like this, in theory. So, bought this on Facebook Marketplace, and I bought this on Facebook Marketplace. But of course, we're going to build the inside into a living quarters as well, but this will be for all of us, a family of 4, to go ahead and camp in this truck. All right, so we have an empty shell in here. Basically what I was going to do before was I can't just mount that tent on top of this camper shell without my wife. She weighs a lot. Sure. Anyway, there's a lot of weight that's going to be on top of this camper shell. It's all fiberglass, and I didn't want us falling in on the kids, or vice versa. So what we're going to do is I wanted to reinforce the inside, and I was going to build, you know, just take metal and weld it and build a cage on the inside of this thing, like a skeletonized cage inside that would take the weight of the tent on top. But what I'm going to end up doing is I jumped on Temu, of all places. I was just on there looking, and found a little goodie that I hope works, because I bought it and it's here, and we're going to throw it in here and we're going to see if it works. So let's check it out. Alright, so here it is. It's really heavy, and basically what it is it's a cage. It's going to come up like this. 2 pieces, one in the back, one in the front, and then some side pieces that come down and hook to the back. According to my measurements, everything should work out fine. I hope. Probably not. We'll probably have like that much, and I'll be banging my head on it each time I get in there. I don't know, but let's go ahead and get all these parts out of here so you guys can check it out, and then I'll start putting it together and figuring out how I can put it inside there, bolt it down, and then bolt that tent through the camper shell and into this thing. I have a feeling there's going to be a million pieces to this. I don't have a feeling, there's just going to be a million pieces to this. Okay, you guys don't want to see the whole unwrap. I'll just come back when I have all the pieces out here, okay? Let's have a look at all the parts. So what's cool is this one comes with these flush mount LED lights off one side. Got all the hardware. Looks pretty good and pretty stable. Say on Temu, I saw this for 170 bucks, I think it was, which is probably about, well, without the headache, is worth the price to me if it works. So we'll attempt to try to put this together now. And I don't know if I have to put it together inside the truck, because it's got to go. Normally this is for something without a camper shell on it. And we're putting it inside a camper shell, so we kind of got to build it inside, I think. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, I kind of put it together. This is what it's going to look like. As you can see, these are where those flush mount lights mount. I don't know if I want to put those on the outside of the camper, so they'd be up here, or if I want to put them back there just don't want to smack my head on them when I'm getting in and out. So what I'm going to do is take that piece that I just put together and I'm going to mount it up here and see how much it hangs down, and then I'll know where I'm going to put it. Okay guys, so far had to mark this down to 33 inches or 53 inches. It's a little bit too wide for the rooftop. So basically it's hitting over here. So, okay, I got those lights mounted. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna mount this bar towards the top so that the light shines towards the back. So these will be the crossbars that hold the sides. There'll be one on one side and one on the other side. Sorry I'm not filming more of this. I'm kind of troubleshooting as I'm going. I'm cutting and fitting, and yeah, it's not what this is made for, but we're making it work. All right, first bar is in. Sorry about the light. It's starting to get dark on us, but I should be able to turn those lights on there and shine it into the camper, which will be overkill, but they're there, so we'll wire them up anyway. That's the first one. We just got to put the back one on here and the side bars. Like I said, we're just going as we can, but you can see it's hugging pretty close to that, so we should be able to shim it up and put the pressure of the camper onto the bar itself. So I'm going to continue on, and we'll get back to you when we get her pretty much put back together. Okay guys, the rack is pretty much in. All I'm doing is putting these little brackets in down below here. Go on the inside and they'll hold it against the bed. But as far as head clearance and everything, it's working out pretty good. Plus, anybody tries to break in the side windows anyway, we got a little brace there now. Kind of blocks my view a little bit, but I planned on putting curtains up anyway, so no big deal. Plus I got extra places to hang stuff if I need to. And this is up nice and flush to the top of the camper shell, except for up front there. But basically it's going to be on that side and clear over here is where my mountain points are. So I might put a couple shims up in there just to absorb a little bit of the impact of that. But I mean, for the most part, this was an awesome idea. It saved me a little, not necessarily a lot of money, but as far as work, I was gonna weld all this stuff in. I didn't want to burn up all my carpet and stuff, so we'll go ahead and continue on, and I'll show you the finished product, which you've pretty much already seen. We'll get on to putting the camper shell or the pop-up tent on. Just to give you guys an idea, what's cool about these racks is you can adjust these things here, up and down, and then it has the one up on top that'll go in. And this is a two-piece, so you can slide this in and out. It's still got a lot of room. I could have brought it back further, but I'm kind of squaring it up with what the rooftop tent is. But as far as all the adjustments, it's pretty cool. I mean, I can adjust it down, lower. I can adjust it up. That's why I got this one, because this is the one that would reach up. I think it was like 72 inches up high, which would push me to the top of this. And I thought it was kind of cool that it had the lights too. And that should be well up and out of my way. I shouldn't smack my head on it. So as far as those lights go, I'll just wire those up, and then I guess if I need light on the outside, I'll flip those on and have this all open and it can shine light outside, which would be handy. But anyway, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this for a little Temu special. It worked out pretty good. I mean, perfect for what I wanted. And this thing's supposed to be rated for, I believe it was 800 to 1,000 pounds. So that should be more than enough to hold rooftop tent, me and the wife, or the kids in there, and we'll be good. So I got her all bolted down. It's all done and ready to go. All I got to do now is just throw that rooftop tent up on top of the roof, and we need to do some measurements to find out where my bolt holes are going to line up, and drill through, put my bolts in, and that should be in. Then we're going to put the canopy on along with that. So get to work on that. Okay, now we got the rooftop tent. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna have my boy help me lift it up on top here. Then you can barely see through the windows where that runs. It's gonna be going up here and up in here. So we'll set it up there, try to eyeball it, and then we'll measure it to make sure it's center. And then I'm just gonna drill on through into it. Then I got some longer bolts, and then we'll connect it. Then we'll go ahead and throw the awning on. Okay, this has been the tricky part so far. We've put this up here somewhat marked. If you can see, there's a line there, and then the center line. And measured up and then punched the hole through, and did the same thing on that side. So now what I'll do is, I got the lines marked on the opposite side of the camper shell, the same as this. I'm gonna measure from the center of this bolt hole here over to the center of that bolt hole there, put one in, and that should line us up with the tracks. This thing's got tracks on both sides, so it should line us pretty close to center on both of those, and then we should be able to, hopefully in theory, put the bolts right straight through. I hope, because if not, then we're gonna be in some trouble. Gonna get a lot of silicone. Okay, got the awning down. I took the brackets off of it, and we propped up the tent. The holes lined up, so we propped it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and put that two sets of holes in right there, and then we'll drill these in, and we should be able to pick that back up and mount her right about here and adjust it, and then we'll put the nuts inside and we'll be all done with that. Okay, so to somewhat waterproof the hinge that we got for that awning, I went ahead and got some of this rubber, drilled holes through it, so it'll fit right on there like that. All right, guys, whoo, that was a lot of work. So, we got the cage inside the camper shell. Thank you, son, for helping me out. He was in here doing all this stuff. The wife was holding me washers and nuts and stuff. Thank you, wife. And so basically, we got the cage inside to support that rooftop tent up top. The video on this, it's hard jumping up there and doing all this and filming at the same time, so I was kind of showing you as I went. It was tricky because you have to have a ladder, jump up on a tire, jump up on a tailgate, get up there, naggle it around, try not to scratch the roof. And we got 4 bolts up there. We got her nice and tight and snug against the inside cage, so we shouldn't have any flex of the camper shell like we're looking for. I got this Overland 270 awning on. Haven't tried either one out to see if the 270 goes all the way to the back and if it's set in the right place, because it does have adjustments we can make on it. We do have it just mounted up there. Later on in a future video, I'm going to go ahead and pull the 270 out, show you guys it, and in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and pop that rooftop tent over. My problem is this truck is so high. Normally rooftop tents go about here, so when they come out, the ladder that they come with, you know, goes down a certain degrees and it holds that part of the tent up, that flip-flop part. My truck's up so high, the ladder's going to be up off the ground, so basically we're probably going to have to build something under it so we can set that on top of it and it'll hold it. Then I have the full, I don't know if you call it an awning, it's kind of the enclosure for the other side that's going to go on the bottom of the tent, so it's going to come all the way around. We can crawl up the ladder and there'll be a little room down there. I gotta find out if it's tall enough for that instead of being down low. So in a future video, what we'll do is we're going to take this out. We're going to take the rooftop tent out. I'm going to fix everything and adjust everything so that everything works perfect. And then we jump into the inside of the truck. So let's go there real quick. All right, folks, so I got it all nice and cleaned out and pretty. Got that full rack system in here. I love this thing. It's awesome. I will try to find a link to leave in the description in case one of you guys want to do this to your truck. I don't see a lot of camper shells out there, especially on full size, that have done what I've done. Usually they'll put it on like a Toyota or something smaller. But full size, and sitting way up in the air. And we got a regular old camper shell on this thing, but Temu of all places. Just surfing through Temu. I don't even know why. I just jumped on there and I was like, hey, I wonder if they have some sort of cage system for the inside of this, instead of me building one. And I found it. And actually, I love it. It's awesome. It's working perfect. I mean, it's nice and flush against the top. As you see on the sides here, you got the bars that run down the side. At first I was like, but I want to run curtains behind that anyway because I'm kind of a privacy kind of guy. I don't like people peeking in on me and stuff. So I'll be covering that anyway. So it's not like it's blowing my view. Still out the back window. But if somebody was to try to break in this rig, that's all going to block it unless, unless you can squeeze between there and there. Good luck to you. But other than that, you can't get in that way unless you want to come in the back, which, yeah, they're going to do anyway. But either way, it worked out perfect. I got the lights up there. I still got to wire up. I don't know how, I don't know what good they're going to do. They're supposed to be on the back up here and shine out. But I guess they could work about the same way. If I'm in there and I want some super light, then I'll just flip a switch and the whole back end of the truck will be all lit up. Or if I'm out here goofing around doing something, I can turn those on and it'll project the light out this way, which is fine. So next video we're going to be shooting. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be tossing a bed, cabinets, and all that in the back of this truck. We're going to be outfitting it so I can go out and start filming in it. So tune in, check it out, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. So then when that video rolls out to you guys can check it out if you want to check it out. I think this is a pretty cool build so far. I got a lot more going into this truck. This is only the beginning, and just, full-time job, working, and then coming out and doing all this stuff. So that's what we're trying to do. So anyway, I'll see you guys on the next one. Laters.